The first scream didn't come from my mouth. It came from behind the bathroom wall. At 2:17 a.m., in a house that was supposed to be empty, I stood frozen in front of a cracked mirror, my hands shaking, my heart pounding so loudly I was sure whatever was on the other side could hear it too. The light above flickered once, twice, and then stayed on. That was my first mistake. 3 days earlier, I had moved into the house on Maplewood Drive. Old, cheap, and far from the city, exactly what I needed after my divorce. The realtor warned me with a nervous laugh, "Some people say the house has character." I didn't ask what she meant. I needed silence. I needed space. The first night was normal. The second night was uncomfortable. The third night, the house noticed me. It started with the bathroom. Every night, exactly at 2:17 a.m., I woke up with an unbearable pressure in my chest, like someone was sitting on me. My mouth felt dry, my throat burning. No matter how much water I drank before sleeping, I always woke up desperate to use the bathroom. The hallway was always colder than the rest of the house. That night, as I walked toward the bathroom, I noticed the door was already open. I clearly remembered closing it before bed. The light inside was off, but the mirror reflected something darker than darkness. I told myself it was just stress. The moment I stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind me. The sound echoed like a gunshot. I spun around, my heart nearly stopping. I tried the handle, locked. My breath became shallow. That's when I heard it. Drip, drip, drip. The sink faucet was leaking, even though I hadn't turned it on. I looked up at the mirror, and my reflection was there, but it was delayed. When I raised my hand, it took a second too long for the reflection to copy me. Then my reflection smiled. I didn't. My legs felt weak. I stumbled back, hitting the bathtub. The smell hit me next. Damp, rotten, like something that had been wet for years and never dried. The lights flickered violently now, throwing shadows across the walls. "Get out," a voice whispered. It sounded like it came from inside my skull. I screamed and pounded on the door, but the walls absorbed the sound. The mirror began to crack slowly, thin black lines spreading like veins. Behind my reflection, I saw movement. Someone was standing behind me. I turned around. No one was there. When I looked back at the mirror, the person was clearer. A tall figure. No eyes. No mouth. Its skin looked stretched, soaked, peeling like it had lived in water for too long. The reflection spoke. This was my room. The bathtub filled on its own, water rising fast, ice cold. My feet were soaked, then my ankles. I could feel something brushing against my legs beneath the surface. Fingers. Too many fingers. I kicked, screaming, my voice cracking. The lights went out. Total darkness. Something grabbed my wrist. Not gently. I felt nails dig into my skin, pulling me toward the tub. I could hear breathing, slow, wet, angry. I cried, begged, promised anything to be let go. The lights snapped back on. The bathroom was normal. Empty tub. Dry floor. Silent. The door unlocked. I ran out, not even looking back. I slept in my car that night. The next morning, I noticed bruises around my wrist. Finger-shaped. I told myself I imagined it. That trauma can feel real. That fear can leave marks. That night, I returned. I needed proof. I set up my phone camera facing the bathroom door and hit record before sleeping on the couch. At 2:16 a.m., the camera caught the bathroom light turning on. At 2:17 a.m., the door slowly opened. At 2:18 a.m., something stepped out. The video cut to static. When I checked the bathroom later, the mirror had a message scratched into it from the inside. "You're in my house." I called a local historian the next day. The house used to belong to a man who drowned his family in the bathtub in the 1980s. He locked himself in the bathroom afterward and was found days later, dead, bloated, and smiling in front of the mirror. They say he never left that room. That night, I packed my things. As I walked out, I heard the bathroom faucet dripping again. Drip, drip, drip. And then, from behind the wall, a familiar voice whispered, "Don't forget to flush." I never went back. But sometimes, at 2:17 a.m., no matter where I am, I hear running water, and I swear my reflection is still watching me.